This is Mike Davin, and I'm coming to you from Dealer Week here with Thomas Bates from Correct Craft. And Thomas, thank you for joining me, first of all.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the time and the opportunity. Really
Absolutely. Well, we want to take a little bit of a look back and a little bit of a look ahead. So to start, I'd like to take a look back at 2025 and just ask what your thoughts are in general about 2025 for the industry and for you all.
It's very interesting coming into 2025. Everybody was hopeful that the market would stop declining as a whole and hopefully level out, pick up a little bit. We all planned for more of a level environment. Obviously, that didn't happen. We continued to experience a decline in the overall marine industry and in all the segments that we're in within Correct Craft. But it's been an interesting year despite the decline. Everybody has worked really hard, including our dealers, to adjust quickly, not allow the environment to get the best of them. And actually, 2025 turned out to be a very successful year so far. We're almost at the end of it. But just very impressed with how resilient our dealers have been, their ability to adapt to the environment. We adapted with them, and we've seen a lot of success in 2025 despite a very difficult market.
That's great. Well, any particular highlights that stand out to you from 2025?
Yeah, overall, related to our companies and our dealers, we've gained market share in every segment that we're in. And to do that in the declining market speaks to just the work that our dealers have done over this year. And so I'm very, very proud of the work that's been done, our ability to take care of customers and gain market share. So for us, it was an exciting year. We really took advantage of a difficult situation, and I always love to see that.
That's great. Well, so we're here at the end of the year, as you said, at Dealer Week, and the theme of this year's Dealer Week is prepare for what's next.
Absolutely.
So looking ahead, obviously, as we've learned over the last couple of years, nobody can predict perfectly what's going to be happening, but entering 2026, anything that you guys are looking at or trends that you guys are following?
Yeah, as we continue to look at the marketplace overall, we're not seeing a lot of indicators that indicate a significant amount of growth, but there are some things in the pipeline that are going to help 2026. I believe dealers have gotten in a much better position with their inventory. The way we're preparing for 2026, I believe that we'll see a pretty flat market again. I'd love to see growth. Hope is not a strategy, but we are looking forward to having a little bit of growth out of 2026, and I believe we're going to have a good year. We continue to invest deeply in product. Product is super important to the success of our dealers. And so I'm very, very excited to introduce a lot of new product in 2026, and I believe it's going to be a good year.
Very exciting. Well, the theme of this year's event, as we said, is prepare. If you had to give dealers any specific advice on how they could prepare, anything that comes to mind?
Yeah, I believe the most important thing is post-COVID, just getting back to the sort of the block and tackle of day-to-day business, following up on every single lead, following up on customers, getting back to customers quickly, continuing to work through service intervals and how do we do things quickly and taking care of our customers. So to me, it's just really more of a continued focus on just the basic block and tackle that needs to happen. And then we're seeing a significant amount of change in the way our customers work and operate. We're seeing a generational shift in ownership. And so preparing for the future, I think, is very critical, even though we're out to provide incredible experiences to our customers. And being on the water isn't going to change. It definitely is impactful, but how we go about doing that is going to change. So not only just doing the block and tackle basics, but also beginning to prepare for all the things that are changing with the new set of customers coming into the marketplace will be really important.
One of the hottest topics this week has been AI.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering, are there any ways that you guys are thinking about AI or any way it's affecting what you do?
Absolutely. We want all of our companies and organizations using AI. They all are. I think a little bit people get caught up in the idea that, oh, I need to be using AI instead of saying this is a technology or a tool to help us be more successful. I think people need to step back a little bit and say, what are we trying to accomplish? How can AI effectively help us do it better, to better serve our customers, and then look for applications to apply in that marketplace. Oftentimes we let technology guide us, and we should be guiding technology. It should be used to better our businesses and make us more successful. So taking a little bit of a step back and saying, AI is here. If I'm not using it, I'm behind. I need to be using it. Now, what areas of my business can I apply it to make us more effective? And then allow people to do a better job. There's a really, really good book called AI-Driven Leadership. Every leader should read it. And it talks about how we should think about this age of technology and how do we lead effectively in that environment? How do we use technology to be more effective? And it's not just in the sort of chat GPT world. AI is massive. And the ability to use it in our processes and how our systems work and operate, there's way more than just sort of the front end of it. The worst thing you can do, though, is you let AI represent you and your customer experience and end up giving a bad experience. People love relationships. They love working with people. So use technology to make your relationships better and be more effective.
Well, speaking of the age of technology, obviously things are rapidly advancing, not only with AI, but also with the products that we sell.
Yeah.
Anything that you'd like to talk about there in terms of how the technology is moving ahead?
Absolutely. We've seen a lot in technology. You've seen a lot of screen and interface technology. I think the biggest opportunity to use technology in our products, and we're doing a lot of this through our platform of Osmosis and our engine companies, working to provide information, not just to improve the speed of service, but do preventative service work. The ability to have over-the-air software updates where boat doesn't have to come back to a dealership in order to get the customer back on the water. The ability to provide information to a dealership that says this person needs a new belt for their engine, or they have a ballast pump that's on its last leg, and using sensors to do preventative maintenance where a dealer can call up and say, why don't you bring your boat in next week and we can go through and replace that for you. And then you don't have a failure on the water, and it allows the customer's time, which is always limited on the water, to be focused on just having fun and enjoying the experience. And dealerships can then schedule more effectively. It gets rid of a lot of the fire alarm that happens, like this guy's boat down, we must go now. The more preventative maintenance we can do ahead of time, where it's scheduled and regular, it helps our dealers be more efficient, it allows our customers to have a better experience. So we're really focused on using technology as a way to prevent problems on the water versus reacting to problems that happen.
Great. Well, before we wrap up, are there any announcements or any news from CorrectCraft that you'd like to share with the industry?
Yeah, obviously we're in the process of a transition of leadership. Bill, who's been our CEO for a little over 19 years, will be stepping down and into the board chair role. Zach, our CFO, will be stepping into the role as CEO. The exciting part is it's good continuity. The same values and principles that have always guided our company will continue to do that. But we're excited about the future. We want to continue to grow. We love working with our dealers, excited to always partner with the MRAA on ways we can get better at our relationship with our dealers, where we can improve as an industry. So we're excited about what's ahead in 2026 as we partner with you guys on the future and how we make it better. And excited about CorrectCraft. Revel's our newest brand that came on board, excited to see it grow. We always need great distribution and great dealers, so we're excited to continue to bring great products to those dealers in 2026.
2026 and the next 100 years beyond.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds great, Mike.
Well, Thomas, thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I appreciate it very much. Thank you.